Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and this is Miss Elizabeth Crochet. I have a yarn haul. Y'all knew this was coming if you watch my channel, so welcome. But if you watch my channel, you knew this was coming because I did give a spoiler. This is Yarnspirations, and they did have a sale. It's not going on now, I don't think, but y'all should go check because they do have sales all the time. But this was when they had the all-in-ones for $5 a skein. And it took them a while to get this to me. And then I did get a notification that when they finally did pack it, which I'm very disappointed that they waited 2 weeks to pack my order, because then they didn't have all of what I ordered. This pause for effect. Irritation. If you would pack it when I ordered it, then maybe you would have been out because you had it when I ordered it. Just saying. This is me being salty. Okay, so let me get right to this because I do have to leave directly. So I'm going to use a box knife to open the box because I have not opened it. I did receive this box yesterday. I'm opening it downstairs because I do have chronic illnesses, plural, and the weather keeps changing back and forth, and I do not feel well. Don't feel like climbing the stairs today to my office slash, actually, not my, I have two. One is an office, and the other is my studio. And I don't feel like going up there to my studio because I feel awful. So, crybaby. I'm a crybaby. Not really. It's legitimate, and it sucks. But I feel like a crybaby. But anyway. So there's that. But I wanted to get to this because I want to get in it. So I said that I would open it on camera, and I'm going to because y'all like to see this stuff too. I know because I'm one of you, and I like to watch yarn hauls as well. So they're exciting. So anyway, I'm going to get in this and let y'all see what I got when I see what I got. I have a little bit of a cough. I think it's just drainage because with the weather going back and forth like it is, my sinuses are bugging me. But it says could not locate product, and it has the name of the person who packed it, the date that they packed it, the time that they packed it, the order number, the parcel number, the cart number, the box number, location, SKU, amount needed, and notes. I've never seen one of these in my box before, but I'm going to tell you, when I got it, I was disappointed with my shipment because my box was crushed. That goes on, I believe it was UPS. They need to be more careful, but anyway, so it's a little bit crushed. I'm gonna first go with, I think I told y'all that my hair looks a little today. I think I told y'all that I ordered the rest of the colors of Grande. If I did not tell you, then now you know. I ordered the rest of the colors that I did not initially get of Grande, and I should have enough to make another blanket. I really like that first one that I made, and I think they come out really nice, and they work up so quickly. I did have trouble with one of the skeins. Pretty much every one of them, every square, it took about an hour for each one, except for Grandiose, which is that real pretty purplish, like the whole, if you look at the square as a whole, it kind of looks like a pretty purple or a light purple. It's really, really pretty, but that whole skein was a pain in the butt to work up. So each one of those squares, and there are 5, I think, in each skein. No, one, or there are 4. It says 1 ball equals 4 squares. So there are 4. So one skein would take me about 4 hours ish, thereabouts, to work up. But the Grandiose probably took me more like 8 because it did not want to work up like the rest of them. Now, I am one who, if you follow me on my channel, I work up the Granny's all-in-ones by, if the need happens, the need arises, I will change my hook size. Now, if it's just, a few stitches, if it's just a little bit of yarn that, needs to, if I just have a little bit of yarn left or need a little bit of yarn to get to my next color, then I will adjust my tension. If it's a lot, if I need a lot or I have way, way, way too much, I adjust my hook size. I will go back all the way to the beginning of the color and adjust my hook size. Whether if I need this much, like if I need this much, I adjust down. If I have this much too much, I go up a hook size, a whole hook size, not a half, a whole. So, excuse me, I'm gonna need some coffee. And this one says, "You are my sunshine." I bought this one for my daughter years ago when she lived with us, my oldest daughter. And she was supposed to take it with her when she moved out, but she did not. I don't know why. Maybe because she doesn't really drink a lot of coffee. But she did eat soup out of it when she lived with us. And it is a good soup cup. But anyway. So it is actually her cup. If she ever wants it, I will take it to her. But anyway, hook sizes with the Grandiose. That one just was difficult. We'll just put it that way. It was difficult. I did finally, it just took a lot. It took a lot of tries. And it took a lot of time per square, and which is frustrating for me. Mostly, I used a 5. I figured it out with the Grande. I think most of them I started out on most of the colors with a 6, with the first color. It took a big long, I would start way in on the color because the first color on most of the colors, I think there was one color that wasn't like that, but the rest of the colors would start way, way in with a 6 and then work it with a 6. And then the rest of the color throughout the square, I think I worked mostly with a 5 or a 5.5. A 5.5 millimeter. When I just say a number, I'm talking millimeters. I don't know the numbers of the hooks. I'm sorry. And I also don't know the letters except for the 5.5, which is an I. It's the only one I really know. So anyway, the Grandiose, my stutter. Anyway, when I'm sick, when I have anything going on with my body, it seems like, since the stutter is related to my MS, the sickness kind of makes the stutter worse. It's how it's looking. I don't know, but that's how it seems. I haven't had the stutter for very long. I've had it a couple of years. It started in 23, so I'm kind of having to get used to it. But anyway, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to edit it out because then half of what I say is going to be missing. So anyway, some days I'll sound normal, and if I'm feeling good, I guess. So, or feeling well. Excuse my grammar. Anyway, so let's get on with the yarn, because that's what this video is about. So, but you do need to know, if you are planning to buy the Grande and haven't yet, you do need to know that stuff. Don't be scared to buy it. Just be aware that, you might have to tinker with it just a little. It is what it is, but it is really pretty. I love that purple one. I thought it worked up really gorgeous. They all do. They work up so pretty. You've seen, if you've looked at my community tab, you've seen the blanket. I would show it to you, but my son has it and he loves it. He's supposed to send me a picture of him wrapped up in it, but he hasn't yet because he's been busy watching movies wrapped up in his blanket and working on book nooks with his husband. So they're supposed to send me some clips that I can use. So maybe we'll see because they're busy. I think they've done 2 or 3 this week. If you guys know what book nooks are, I have a couple of pictures that are just the book nook. I would kind of like to have pictures of them working on the book nooks. That would be cool. But it's a craft. My son did have an idea that I have a live crafting hour where we could have me working on crochet and them working on a book nook, and maybe somebody else in the family who does crafting working around the table, which I don't know if I want to work around the table. They have a big table like I have. I have a 6-foot table, but they also, so I'm guessing theirs is probably 6 foot until you add the other leaf, and then it's more like 8. That we could all, I don't know how comfortable that would be for me. Unless I was doing granny scares. Quick, granny scares? There's an idea for Halloween. That is an idea for Halloween. Granny scares. But granny squares, I guess I could do for a live crafting hour. Y'all comment and see. That's my son's idea, and that's not mine. But he said a live crafting hour, and I was like, my channel is a crochet channel, but I'd have to hit up my subscribers and see how they feel about that. That it is a good idea. I like it. So tell me what y'all think about that. I do want to start doing lives. I've had 2 of my children now tell me I needed to start doing lives. So there's that. By the way, I'm going to put a link below for Buy Me a Coffee if you guys are interested in that. Paying for the yarn is a little bit much for me. It's a little much. I'm buying it on payments, but still the payments are taxing, if you know what I mean. I do want to continue to do these yarn hauls, and it seems like y'all really like them when I do, and I know I like them when people do them, but that would be helpful if y'all could do that, and if not, that's no big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, actually. I'm not going to say that it doesn't, hit me a little bit in the pocketbook, but no pressure. But you could buy me a coffee. I mean, I do drink the coffee, too. Speaking of, I do buy cheaper coffee now than I used to because coffee got a little bit expensive, y'all. But no, y'all know about that. But anyway, so let's move on to this. This one is, sorry guys, looking for the color. This one is Blue Ribbon. And no color switching, keep on stitching, which is my favorite thing. And I don't even know what all it is. It uses a 5.5 millimeter hook, which we know that I guess it depends on your tension, but I have to switch up my tension and my hook size with these to get them to come out on the color. I'm sure there are people who get them to work. I'm just not one of those people. I think I did have like a couple of squares in one of the colors that might have worked almost all the way through with a 5.5, but the first color didn't. So I was like, wow, that actually worked. But not all of the colors. Not all of the squares in the skein. Sometimes you get lucky. But yeah, the Grande has been my absolute favorite of all of the all-in-ones so far. Maybe because it's so big, I don't know, but probably because it's worked up the easiest. It's it's almost a continual stitching, not a whole lot of having to switch my hook. And if I did, I just had to take out one round of color and go one hook, boom, finish it, done, go on to the next. So there's that. It's worked up pretty continuously, pretty easily. The Grandes, definitely, Red Heart got this one pretty good. Now, I have heard that the Flower Power works that pretty fluidly, pretty easily, but I didn't know how to do the flowers. I've never worked up a greeny flower before, so I still need to get in there with my yarn and work on that. I haven't yet. I tried one. I didn't quite understand the pattern as well. I did figure it out finally, but then when I did, I had something else come up, and I never have gotten back in there to do anymore. So, and then, you know, I got busy doing other things. So, anyway, these are basically, I think you do 2 rounds of 2 rounds of one color. And then you do a round of one, around this one color, just one round, and then you do 2 rounds, I think, of one color. It ends with 1 round of one color. Mostly it's 2 rounds of one color, and then 1 round of one color. It's just mindless crochet for me. If you've ever done a granny square, if you've ever done granny squares, then these will be easy for you. But there's a picture of a blanket on there, so I'm assuming that pattern might be behind the label. So this says 1 ball does 4 squares, which I said already. It's a 4 medium weight. It gives the laundry instructions on there. It says it has the crochet hook size and the knitting needle size, which the knitting needle size is 5 millimeter. It tells you the size of the squares, which is 12 by 12, and if you've seen the picture of my blanket, they do come out that size. My blanket was, you know, I didn't measure it. That was dumb of me. It's pretty big, but it was 4 by 5, 4 across by 5 lengthwise, so do the math on the 12 by 12, and then I put it together with the joint as you go, and I just used a purple Red Heart Super Saver. So 4 feet across, 5 feet, 4 by 5. There you go. My son loves it. And there you go. So, blue ribbon. It's really pretty, I think. There's a picture of the square worked up. I'll put that over there. Okay, here's another Grande. This one is called... I do need to hurry up, though, because I got a ride coming at 1. I can't drive because of my MS, and I have things I have to go do. This one is called Sepia Tone. There's a picture of it worked up. That's going to go well with that blue ribbon. I am going to have to speed this up. I got a dog whining. Today is Beethoven's birthday. He is 12 years old today. Happy birthday, Beethoven! He's a little whiny because I'm not paying attention to him and I'm not on the couch. This is Sterling. There's a picture of the squares. I just read that upside down. Yeah, Sterling. Moving right along. I'm looking at these others in here. There we go. This is Humdinger. I like the name of that. And there's a picture of these squares. And if I remember right, it takes 5 of these to make, let's see, there's 4 in each. And it takes 5 across, so 4 by 5. It takes 5 to make a blanket, I'm pretty sure. So, that's pretty yellow. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Phenomenon. That makes me phenomenon. I had to do it. Couldn't help it. There's the pretty squares. That might clash a little bit with all those muted tones, but I bet I make it work. All right. No, here's one more. I might end up doing something different with this one because I think it only takes 5 to make a blanket. And I think this will go with those, and I'll probably make like a bag or something out of this. Or maybe 2 bags. Or something. A shirt, sweater. We'll see. Because I wanted to get all the colors that I had not yet gotten. Beethoven, I'm gonna need you to quit whining, buddy. This is Almondine. And there's the colors. There's the square. Okay. All right. Here's some Greeny Square Petite. So we already know that it's a size 4 medium, and then it takes, we know the crochet hook and the knitting needle. This says 1 ball does 32 squares of the petite squares, and this is flip side, and there is the little squares, what they look like worked up. That's pretty. Put these over here. I am anxious to work on these. Oh, here's another Grande. Grande. I said that. Didn't realize I had another one. Okay. This goes with this other color here, this bright. This is Fantabulous. And there's the squares worked up. So there we go. Definitely have more than enough for a blanket. Okay, there's the Petite. And this one is called Boppin'. There's what it looks like. I should have been showing y'all the skein, but there's what it looks like worked up. Look at that. That's pretty. Ooh, I like that. Skein. I like that purple in there. That's going to be pretty. Here's another Petite. That's kind of coming out of the skein. I don't like that. This is not one of those that you can just do that to. I mean, these have to work up in the round. Come on, Yarnspirations. What the heck? This is called Primo. That's really pretty. I like that red in there, that purple. It's really pretty. But I'm kind of irritated about that skein. Not kind of. I'm thoroughly irritated. Love this green. Green's one of my favorite colors. This is Sweet Pad. There's the squares. There's the skein. It's pretty. This is Foxy. I really like that. There is a Grande that's kind of similar to this one. I really like. Or no, not a Grande. It's not Grande. It's Bernat Blanket Granny that I'm thinking of. Yeah, there's definitely a heart missing because I got 5 colors, I'm pretty sure, and there's only 4 in here. So, this is Groovin'. Here is the square worked up. There's the skein. Put that right there. This is Snazzy. Oh. Well, it's there somewhere. There we go. That's really pretty. That's a little dark in here. I'm sorry I don't have a ring light down here. Probably have to. Okay, here we go with the hearts. I was really excited to get these. Don't even know yet what I'm going to do with them. But same logistics as all the other, you know, 5mm, 4 weight, blah, blah, blah. This is Crush. There it is worked up. That's pretty. I like that. There it is in the skein. Not ever done a heart in a granny square before, so it's going to be like the Flower Power, new to me. Saw Granny and Cody unveil some of this hearts yarn yesterday, and I was jealous because I was like, I ordered mine over 2 weeks ago. Y'all are lucky. This is Bravery. There it is in the skein. There it is on the worked up orange and pink and purple. That's really pretty. This is Candy Heart. There it is worked up. It's like a seafoam green with orange and pink. That's what I think of when I think of a candy heart. Last one. This was my favorite one that I ordered, actually. This is Chemistry. There it is on the worked up. There it is in the skein. Piece of the box. But that is all for my haul. That was unintended, but worked out, didn't it? So, I'm disappointed about the missing heart. Looks like just one, so maybe I should be thankful that I was only missing one. No, I'm not. I'm not thankful. I want my stuff. I want what I ordered. Also, that. So I will be calling Yarnspirations about that. Have them replace that skein, because if it was just regular yarn, like a Super Saver, you know, probably would just be like, whatever, and be irritated, but probably wouldn't call them. But since it is an all-in-one and it has to work up like it has to work up, I'll be calling them about that. And this one is frayed. Look at that. Oh, okay. That's an end. Okay. That's fine. Make sure my end is there. Don't be letting me down, Yarnspirations. You know I'm a huge Red Heart fan and a gigantic all-in-one fan. Don't make me say mean things. I realized that Christmas time was probably not the best time to be ordering yarn, but at $5, I couldn't not order yarn, especially all-in-one yarn. That was the best sale I think I could ever get in on, especially the blanket granny. I really was hoping. I tried to order. It was there. They had 2 more colors, and I had both of the colors that they had left, but I wanted them, and they had enough to make a blanket. I mean, there was enough. I put them in my cart, and they were there, and I went to go get the rest of the Grande for the colors that I needed that I didn't have yet. While I was getting those and putting them in my cart, I guess I'm looking the wrong way. The camera's this direction. While I was putting those in my cart and went back to my cart to order them, somebody snatched up the rest of the granny, the blanket granny. So it is what it is. I mean, that $5 for that blanket granny can't be beat. You never seen that cheap, because that stuff's $15 a cake. So you can find the all-in-ones at Ollie's and places like that for $4.99, so $5. Now the hearts are new, so it'll be a while before we see those anywhere. You know, probably a year, I bet. Those are brand new. But, you know, so I was really shocked that they had those even for $5. And I'm really disappointed that, you know, I didn't get all the colors I ordered. What if I had, you know, words? That's another thing. Cognitive dysfunction. Sometimes I'll have a whole thing lined up to say, and then comes to the word and my brain just won't come out. It's irritating. What if I had a project and I needed all 5 of those skeins for my project, and then they sent me 4, and I'll be like, well, now I can't do my project. Yarnspirations. Excuse me. So anyway, they did credit my my credit account because I'm paying it through Shopify or no, not Shopify. It's through Shop something. I don't know. It's $25 every 2 weeks. It was $100. You know, ordered all that stuff for $5 skein, and it came to $100. So they credited me the $5. So I knew I was missing a skein. I just didn't know which one. I probably could have looked into it to see which one, but I got the email and I was like, well, crap. Anyway, I wanted everything I ordered, so I was disappointed. It didn't matter which one was missing. I wanted all of it. That's why I ordered it. So, I will be calling Yarnspirations about the messed up skein and seeing what we can do about that. Hopefully they'll, you know, let me send that one back to them and give me one like it. Not charge me shipping, because their shipping is $10. If it's under 100 or under however much, it won't be worth it. So, excuse me, but you sent me a bad skein. I don't want that. And even if that'd be like, well, you can keep that one, we'll send you a... What am I going to do with that one? Okay, fine. I'll keep it, but what am I going to do with it? I mean, I'm sure I can probably fix it. I don't want to. I'm lazy. I'll fix it. If they let me keep it for free, I'll fix it. I just don't want to mess with it. I'm busy. I'm busy. I've got a whole bunch of whips I'm going to have to do, and I figure once I get these blankets fixed and then get the other videos done that I already told y'all I was going to do, I'm going to probably have to do some whip videos. I'm not promising anything, but I need to do some whip videos, like some Whip Wednesdays or something. So there's that. Because I have some whips that need done. They need doing. So, I reckon I'll probably have to get off of here and go do what I need to get done. And I miss you guys. I miss doing my videos. And I'm glad I had this yarn I needed to open, because I haven't done a video in like 8 or 9 days, and that one was a pretty quick one. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you had a happy new year and Merry Christmas and all of that stuff. Our family is recovering, like you guys know, from some sad things, and life goes on. That's a pretty callous thing to say, you know. But it does. I mean, it does. It has to. But, you know. You do have to get busy. One of my favorite movies is The Shawshank Redemption, and Red is one of my favorite characters. There's two main characters in that movie. And Red in that movie says, get busy living or get busy dying. I kind of live by that. You do have to get busy living. There's only two things you can do, live or die. So, that's what I'm trying to do. Get busy living. So, even though it's kind of harsh, it's a true statement. It's kind of heavy. I ain't gonna leave y'all with that. So what's coming up for me is I'm gonna finish. I have begun the joining of the second granny square blanket, which is identical to the first one, but I thought maybe I would put some yarn on it that's this color. It's a little brighter than that. It's a Bernat blanket that is this color, but a little bit brighter than that. But it's about that color. I thought about going around on the border with maybe a single crochet of that color. I have that color for it. I bought an almond, which is the first one is joined with the almond Bernat blanket. And then it's bordered with that same color. And that my daughter, who has that blanket now, absolutely loves it. She thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. She did not say that, but she adores that blanket. Absolutely loves it. Curls up in it, sleeps in it. So I thought I didn't want the two sisters to have an identical blanket, you know, because sisters. So I figured I'll try to make this one a little bit different. The same, but they have the same layout. But I think I will put a little color on the outside of this one to make it just a little bit different. Probably go ahead and do the same border, but then go back around the border with a single crochet of that color. Because I don't want to buy any more yarn, and I have that color, basically. Just to make it a little bit different. And I am working on the squares of the quilt motif. I will not be working on any of this yarn until I get those done. So that's currently what I am doing. I'm struggling a little bit with some of the quilt motifs. I don't know why. I figured out how to do it. I did have to watch a, what is his name? I think his name is Greg. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. He does a lot of yarn reviews. I'll probably try to put it in my description what his name is or what his channel is. Anyway, I watched his instructional tutorial, there you go, on how to do the quilt motif, the specific red heart all-in-one quilt motif, on how to do these, because I didn't know how. I'd never done corner to corner even, so I was like, how? I had no idea when I bought it. I just thought it was pretty, and of course it's all in one, so I had to have it. And it took me a minute. So I'm also slow, which is irritating. There are some times that I have to go back and look at the video again because I get lost. And even looking at the instructions, I do have the instructions I had to take because it's so tiny that I can't read them. I had to take a picture with my phone and whoop, blow it up because the back of the yarn band, God, words, is too tiny. I can't read it with my eyeballs. With my glasses and contacts, I cannot see it. It's too tiny. So I took a picture and blew it up with my phone, and still it doesn't compute in my brain for some reason, even though I'm fine with reading patterns. So I have to watch the video tutorial again and again because it's just not something that I've ever done. I don't know why. It's pretty straightforward. It's not that it's hard, it's just not something that I have ever done. So anyway, and to be honest, it's probably not something I will continue to do after doing this blanket. It's not my favorite thing. I know a lot of people prefer to do corner to corner. I don't really care for it. TBH. I just don't. And it's not the yarn. It's just I don't really care for it. We all have our thing, and that's not mine. I don't find it. No, I don't find it to be fun. I'll just put it out there that way. I don't find it to be fun. It's not fun for me. I don't find it fun. It's not my kind of crochet. It's kind of like, you know, some people really like Tunisian crochet or entrelac. Those things, I've done them, and I didn't find them to be stimulating or fun or things that I would like to do. I didn't like them. I done them. I have done them. I have tried them. I didn't find them to be fun at all. Not in any kind of way. So, to each their own. Okay, so I have drug this out way too long. I do have to get around. I've got to get a few things together before my ride gets here. So, I love all of y'all so much, and I have missed doing these videos. I have rattled on way past the yarn haul, and I should not have because I have things I have to get together. So, I will see y'all hopefully soon. I will get these blankets put together, and maybe I will try to do one in between the two blankets. We'll see about that. Because I need to get some content on my channel. But also, I need to connect with you guys. But anyway, I love all y'all, like I did say, and I'll see you next time. Bye.